Hello and welcome to Baking on a Budget. Now this time what we have is this marvellous chickpea and potato curry recipe. A very simple curry to make, absolutely delicious and extremely inexpensive. I'm going to make the curry paste first and then add the other ingredients. We have everything that we need to do that over here. I'm going to run through, tell you exactly what we've got and how much all of this costs. To begin with, we have 3 tablespoons of vegetable oil at 6p. We have 1 teaspoon of cumin seeds at 4p. We have 3 cardamom pods at about 4p. We have 1 largish onion, 9p, and we have 2 cloves of garlic at 4p. We want half a teaspoon of ginger at 2p. We want half a teaspoon of turmeric at 2p. We're going to have a teaspoon of paprika at 4p, a teaspoon of chilli powder at 4p, a teaspoon of coriander at 4p, and about 1.5 teaspoons of cumin at 6p. That's to make the curry paste with. On top of that, I'm going to use half a tin of tomatoes at 23p. I'm going to use 1 tin of chickpeas at 49p. We've got 300 grams of Maris Piper potatoes, which is 30p, and we have 1 vegetable stock cube at 12p. So this whole recipe comes to £1.63, and we're going to get 3 delicious servings out of that, making each serving 54p. And by the way, I'm going to serve this with some rice, which is about 13p, and one of those delicious homemade naan breads, to which there is a link in the description below the video. And they come out at about 13p each. So this whole meal, a freshly made naan bread, a good portion of rice, and some of this delicious chickpea and potato curry, 80p. So to start making the curry paste, I'm going to chop this onion fairly coarsely, because I am indeed going to blend this once it has fried down a little bit. So we just want to get the skin off that, and then I'll chop that in half. And as I say, I can afford to chop this fairly coarsely. Okay, that's the onion done. I have, as I say, 2 cloves of garlic here, and then with the garlic there's not even any real need to chop it. We can simply crush it with the back of the knife and that will be fine. Right, that's both the garlics chopped, the onion is prepared. Next step is to take it to the hob. Okay, so over at the hob I'm going to put 2 tablespoons of this vegetable oil in here to begin with. We'll just hold a little back for later. I want to get that heated up, and then the onions and garlic will go in there just till they're slightly softened. Okay, in they go. Missed the pan a little bit there, but we should be able to get that. Right, so I'm just going to keep them stirring until they've softened up a little bit. Okay, now they've had a couple of minutes and they've softened down nicely. So we're going to transfer these into a jug for a moment or two. Okay, I have my jug and I'll just get the onions in there. Onions and garlic, that is, sorry. And then I've just got a hand blender here, and what I'm going to do is just blend those onions. That will do it. And back over at the hob, I'll just turn the gas up a little more, and I'll put the other tablespoon of the oil in there. Now to that, I'm going to add a teaspoon of these cumin seeds. I'm going to add about 3 of these cardamom pods, which I'm going to split first and get the seeds out. Right, and for the cardamom, what I've done is I've just hit it with the back of a knife there, similar to the garlic. Just open the pod, and those little seeds will come out of there. Right, so we're just going to let them fry a little, again, let them soften off. That's looking good. Right, now back in we go with the onions and garlic. And this will make a beautifully flavoured curry paste. Okay, now to that, we've got half a teaspoon of ginger going in, and we've got half a teaspoon of this turmeric. I'm going to put in a teaspoon of the paprika. Right, and for the chilli powder, we want a teaspoon of that. Again, chilli powder is very much a thing of personal taste. This is quite a mild chilli powder which I'm using. That is the way I like it. You could of course put a hotter one in if you wish. Indeed, the whole spice mix is a thing of personal choice. But into that we've got some coriander, And then last but not least, I'm going to put 1.5 teaspoons of this cumin. Now we just want to mix all this together and let it fry for a couple of minutes. And that is a beautiful curry paste in no time at all. You could use this as a staple, as a base for many different curry dishes. And as I say, if you prefer the spicing slightly different, adjust it as you wish. Right, I'm going to let that just cook for a couple of minutes over the heat there, and in the meantime we're going to prepare the tomatoes. So here I have a tin of tomatoes. I'm only going to use half of these. I don't want the thing to be thick with tomatoes, but I do want a little bit of tomato flavour in there. So that's about half the tin has gone in there. I'm going to just mash them up a touch. And at the same time I'll take the chickpeas and just drain them. Rightio, that's been a few minutes. Beautifully combined. Smells absolutely delicious already. And what I'm going to do next is get the tomatoes in there. So there we'll go with half a tin of tomatoes. And to that, in goes a tin of chickpeas. Yes, that's come together really nicely. Now we have the vegetable stock cube in here. What I'm going to do is pour some of that stock in there, and I'll come back and put more in once we get the potatoes in. But for now, we're just going to let that simmer away for a little while and prepare the potatoes. Okay, so the potatoes, as I said, there's about 300 grams of potato here. And as I mentioned earlier, if you want to do a larger quantity of this and freeze some for a later date, you can just double up this recipe really and do it in a big pan or pressure cooker or something like that. We want to slice them up. Again, this is a matter of taste. About a cube. You can make a cube like that. You can leave them larger if you want. Entirely up to your own taste on that one. I'm not going to leave these too big because obviously the larger they are, the longer they're going to take to soften. So we'll just get them into an acceptable sort of size and we can get them in the pan. As I say, it comes together really quickly, this recipe. Right, I think we want a little bit more of the vegetable stock in there, just make sure everything's properly covered, because this is now going to sit and simmer for quite some time. I'm going to give this about 45 minutes. I'm going to keep checking the potatoes. I don't want them to fall to pieces, but I do want them to soften through. Okay folks, look at this. This is a chickpea and potato curry made with that homemade curry paste as we saw earlier. I've served it with some rice and I have one of these beautiful naan breads to go with it, which if you would like to see the recipe for that, it is in the description below. Can't wait to taste this. Look at this, chickpea and potato curry. Fabulous. Not too hot, not too spicy hot. And try some with the naan bread. I'll just get some of that curry sauce on the end of that. Now this whole meal cost me 80 pence to prepare. And there's enough to freeze for later, if I fancy it another day. And as I say, that curry paste that I made at the beginning of this, that can be used for really any curry dish which you like. But for today, we have the chickpea and potato. And that with a little bit of rice on it. Superb. So as I say, if you've enjoyed the video, please do give it a thumbs up. If you'd like to see more simple and delicious meals like this in the future, please do consider subscribing to the channel. In the meantime, I'm going to finish off this excellent potato and chickpea curry with my homemade naan bread, and I thank you very much for watching.